Now, there's always these dilemmas about who needs a C-collar. I'm going to tell you straight up, a clue. The guy's a little tipsy, can't give you full history, and he's intoxicated. He has new neck pain. Now, neck pain can happen from a trip and fall, him walking, not falling down onto the ground level, but smashing his head against a wall or something hard, like a car. Or you could fall off your motorized elliptical bike. Or you can actually fly off your motorcycle, land somehow in a way because he doesn't remember what happened, possible LOC, and he has a new neck pain. New neck pain on a drunk. It's not that common. Horrible, nagging you to the point that every time my neck hurts, you better image that neck. Right? Failed nexus. Failed the Canadian C-spine rules, right? Making an injury. Right? So plus on 2 screening tests, you better do the imaging of the neck. And if he wants to leave AMA, you sedate if you have to. If he's not cognizant of what's going on and he's intoxicated, put the C collar on and then upgrade to a better collar, Miami J or Aspen collar when you find pathology, true pathology. All right? Make sense? Check out this CAT scan. A drunk who usually is asleep, has no complaints. If he can't go to sleep and keeps complaining of neck pain, I'll go no bueno is happening. You understand? You're about to see some no bueno imaging. If you really are looking for some type of pathology, you mimic a lateral C-spine on the lateral coronal view. And you're going to start noticing something. Is this just an interaction of vertebral bodies? No. Fracture. Ideally, you would see the dents here and try to find a good cut. So somewhere at the base of this C2 atlas, you see a fracture here. Also, there's a splinter fracture, another part of that same body, vertebral body, see? Shattered. Going to the other side of it. There's another, that fracture extends out. And he had horrible pain there, despite being intoxicated. Not sleepy, weak enough so like it hurts. We had to give him narcotics and it still hurt. So, if you ever want to figure out where a fracture is, look for alignment, which is pretty good. Space between the bodies, vertebral bodies, but if you pay attention to what it should look like, you see this is not normal, the fracture here. If it's not normal here, look at the axial views or the open mouth views. Again, a reminder, this is an axial view, and this is your open mouth view. You're pretending if he had an open mouth view of his dents, as if we were doing x-rays. Okay? No bueno. C2 hanging fracture based on the pathology of him not wearing a helmet, whacking his head, and falling off his moped or motorcycle. Luckily, they have no intracranial hemorrhage, no skull fracture. But this is his dens that's connected to the atlas. This is the axis that connects to the occipital aspect of the skull. So notice here, he has a fracture here, the transverse foramina right here, transverse process fracture here, another one subtly here, fracture right through. Didn't affect the dens, so it's not a dens 1, dens 2, or dens 3 fracture. More like a hangman's flexion extension fracture. See? Crazy though if you pay attention. The view looks slightly different here. Axial cuts. Dens is here. Further down, fracture through it, or close to it on the right, splintered on the left. So that could affect the vertebral artery. Maybe there's a part of a fracture here. So because it's so close proximity, you get a CT angio or an MRI to make sure there's neurological deficits. Or he doesn't have eventually a vertebral or carotid dissection forming. And the treatment, ironically enough, the dissection forms hematoma that causes obstruction and stroke-like symptoms would be IV heparin. No stenting. Crazy, right? What happens when you fall off a motorcycle or a moped intoxicated without a helmet? No bueno. No bueno. Crazy is what happens to you when you don't wear a helmet. And I guess flex your head without a helmet off a very fast motorcycle / moped and fall off without knowing what happened after denying alcohol use. Had a head lag. I see the fracture here. Tremors process, possibly involving the foramen here where the carotid arteries go through. And then they feed into the,